The Clever Cat and the Brave Rat. In a quiet little village, nestled between rolling green hills, lived a cat named Whiskers and a rat named Squeaky. The two were polar opposites. Whiskers was sleek and sly, with sharp umber eyes that gleamed in the moonlight. Squeaky, on the other hand, was small and timid but quick on his feet, with a bright mind that constantly whirred with clever ideas. Whiskers, like most cats, had one favorite pastime: chasing mice and rats. Squeaky, being a rat, had to always stay one step ahead, and he had been quite successful at avoiding Whiskers' sharp claws for many years. But Whiskers, growing tired of constantly being outwitted, came up with a plan to finally catch Squeaky. One crisp autumn afternoon, Whiskers sat under a shady tree, pretending to be asleep. His tail flicked lazily in the air as he kept one eye slightly open, watching for any movement. Squeaky, thinking the coast was clear, ventured out from his little burrow in search of food. As he scampered across the garden, he spotted a piece of cheese lying near the fence. His whiskers twitched with excitement, but his sharp mind warned him that it might be a trap. After all, Whiskers had been unusually quiet for a while. Squeaky hesitated, but his hunger got the better of him, so he decided to take a risk. With careful steps, Squeaky approached the cheese. Just as he reached out to grab it, a shadow fell over him. Whiskers pounced from behind the tree with lightning speed. "I've got you now," Whiskers hissed, his claws just inches away from Squeaky. But Squeaky was quick. He darted away just in time, slipping into a tiny crack in the garden wall. Whiskers, too big to follow, stopped and growled in frustration. "You're too slow, Whiskers," Squeaky called from the safety of the wall. "You'll never catch me." Whiskers narrowed his eyes. "We'll see about that," he muttered. The next day, Whiskers decided to change his strategy. Instead of chasing Squeaky around, he would lure him out in a way the little rat wouldn't expect. He found a small piece of bread and placed it by Squeaky's burrow. Then, Whiskers sat a little farther away, acting as if he wasn't interested. Squeaky peeked out and noticed the bread. He was suspicious, but there was no sign of Whiskers. Slowly, cautiously, he crept toward the bread. But just as he was about to grab it, a soft voice said, "You know, you don't have to run anymore." Startled, Squeaky froze. It was Whiskers, but his tone was different. "I've been thinking," Whiskers continued. "Maybe we don't have to be enemies. We're both tired of this chase, aren't we?" Squeaky blinked. "What's your game, Whiskers?" "No game," Whiskers said, curling up and yawning lazily. "I'm tired of chasing, and you're too smart to catch. How about we call it a truce?" Squeaky thought for a moment. "A truce? No more chasing?" "Not unless you want to play," Whiskers said with a wink. And so, from that day on, the cat and the rat struck an unlikely friendship. Instead of playing predator and prey, they became companions, sharing stories under the sun and learning that even the most unlikely of creatures can find peace in each other's company. The villagers often saw them together and marveled at how the clever cat and the brave rat had found a way to outwit the age-old battle between them.